Hello everybody, welcome to this video. This is Kaboom, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys some tips and tricks that I've learned through my building experiences. I don't build huge buildings, I build a lot of stuff that evolves around toys and planes and cars. So my first tip for you guys would be is go check out some incredible builders like Queen Neon, Haskins, and P. Crispy. Their links to their channels will be in the description below. But the best way to get good at something like building buildings is to watch people who are really good at building buildings. My next tip is, do you see down at the very bottom of my screen, I'll enlarge it through the power of editing. In your game, when you go into build mode, and that's when you pick a block to place, this option will pop up down at the bottom called the build menu. It'll say build, snap mode, rotate, nudge, exit build mode. In one of my videos, I got a lot of comments, people asking me if these are available on PS5s and Xboxes, and it should be. If you open up your build menu down at the bottom of the screen, you should be able to find these here. These are incredible tools that you have to be able to use to be able to build things in Lego Fortnite. If you open up your menu and you cannot see these, your HUD may be too small. So I would go to your settings, to your HUD options, and you can scale the size of your HUD. Maybe you have yours down to the smallest size possible, which, as you can see in this picture here, yeah, it's down there at the very bottom and I cannot read it. So if you have that same problem, I recommend turning your HUD size up, and it should make it easier for you to be able to see those options. This next trick is snapping things to middle. Sometimes when I first started building Lego, I would go like this: 1, 2, 3, and then I'd like kind of eye it on this other side and be like, okay, and then I'd try to count there, and I'd be like, oh, and then I'd usually place it, and I'd be like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and there was a lot involved. Well, you really don't have to do that. So instead of counting blocks, if you just do the snap mode on top of the bigger block with the smaller block, it will center it for you. And long gone are the days of counting to 4 or 3 or whatever you're building. But yeah, super simple, super easy. Next tip, sometimes snap can actually be your enemy. So in this mode, I'm trying to put this block on top of this block, but it won't go. I can't get it up there. I'm holding down the snap function and it just keeps snapping in here. How I learned about this one is I was building a set of stairs over there, and I was like, I just want to build up. Well, sometimes you actually should not snap, and the floor will lay on top of the other floor. If you use snap on a floor, it will always want to attach to the side of the board, not to the top. So if you're ever building floors up into the air, you'll want to do snap, no snap, snap, no snap, snap, no snap. That will help you in a lot of situations when you're building up or down with these floors. Sometimes when you're attaching a longer block to the side of a block and you can't, and you want to get it to go straight out, instead of trying to fight with it this way, put the block on there like this and then rotate your board and it will center it right on the side. So this will also help you with not having to count. So as you guys can see, this can even be helpful in a situation like this. So put your piece on there, turn it, bam, you're going that direction. Long gone are the days of trying to fight your board on like this. Sometimes when you're building, you're the object that's in the way. I can't tell you how many times I've been fighting with trying to get an object to turn green, and only to find out that, oh yeah, I'm actually in the way of it turning green. So if you do have a red piece that won't turn green, look to see if you're what is in the way. This next tip is about placing a lot of blocks in a row. I found that when I was placing down these roads, that if I was back here, it was a lot harder. It seemed like there was a lot more for the block to try to stick on or to attach to. And I found there's like this nice little sweet spot right here where you can get the blocks to fall right into place. And after you've done this a few times, you'll learn how far forward you need to go, and it'll get a lot quicker. And this is definitely helpful in survival mode if you're building something a long distance. And then that way you're not like, because if you're back here, it's going to want to try to attach to the ground, around it, in front of it, and stuff like that. But I noticed that when you're farther away, the block's first move is not always to go right into that spot. It seems like it's always to go down on the ground. Now sometimes it will go in that spot, but it's more of a 50-50, whereas here it's more of a 75-25. Okay, so this next tip is about lining things up. Over here on this build, I have 2 stairs going across. And the issue that I was finding is I wanted to be sure that when I placed this stair, that it was identical to this stair here. And you can eye it like that, or you can snap it onto this, and then you can nudge it over in the direction that you want it to go. Now I know these two are lined up exactly. And that brings me to my last tip, which is building down. Building down is always something, especially in survival mode, that can be difficult. And so if you're in survival mode and you're doing a huge project, you can put your step, I would recommend the rustic stair, it's pretty cheap. You can put it on the edge. Now not up here, not on the top, but on the edge, right there. And then just rotate your stair down. And this is a super simple, easy way to be able to build down in your world. And that way you can get underneath here, you can build some floor planks, you can do what you need to do. Or you can just, get down to the ground if that's what you wanted to do. But now I have access to building underneath this thing and putting in pillars or walls or stuff like that. So super easy and efficient way to doing that. And guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you could do me the biggest favor, hit that like button and subscribe. It looks like only 4 to 5% of you are actually subscribed to the channel, and I am trying my best to hit that 1,000, which is the next mark in a YouTuber's life. I got the 500, super excited, super thankful for that. But my next goal is 1,000, and you guys could do me the biggest favor by hitting that subscribe button and helping me towards that goal. And as always, guys, by God's grace, have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!